All right, we're talking Dunmore Bucks football. Corey Lawless with us here at Arcaro Genell, the pizza capital of the world. And Corey, first up, a big game this weekend against Riverside. Let's talk about how you're feeling right now and how your team's doing.
Well, we're feeling pretty good right now. We're stepping in at 3-0 coming into this game. But, Riverside, they're 2-1, and they got a pretty solid team. Good wideouts, good running backs, fast, good athletes.
What is it about your team so far you think is working well? Let's start over on the offensive side. What do you see in kind of gel together?
I think I see that our offensive line is working really well. We're being really the more physical team, and our running backs, Kyle Asher, Colin Holmes, Joe Galinas, finding holes and really making big plays out of it.
Being around Coach, talk what it's like to be around Coach Henzes and playing for a legendary coach like it.
Oh, it's great. I mean, obviously, he's one of the best coaches Pennsylvania's ever seen, and you learn so much from him just from playing football, and he teaches you good things playing football and off the field.
And he's not the only one. There's a whole coaching staff that kind of knows what they're doing. Talk about the relationships of some coaches that you have, maybe a position coach you kind of learn some things from and kind of grow as a player.
I learned a lot from Coach McHale, the defensive coordinator. He's taught me the ways, really, how to play my position the best that I could, and he puts me in really good spots. I'm able to make some plays out of it.
Corey, there's guys obviously that step up every year, each game. Who are some guys that you've seen so far here in 2016? You're saying that's a nice start for them.
Well, I think Nick Shoemaker's he's really holding his own on defense and offense, making big blocks. Nick Lawler and Luke Unisco at the linebackers, always making big plays, getting everybody motivated. And Colin Holmes is always doing what he's doing, making big plays on offense, making big plays on defense too.
What does Corey Lawless have to offer for this Dunmore team? Talk about your skill set. What do you do?
Well, I play strong safety and wide receiver. Sometimes I like to get some blocks downfield for Colin, Kyle, and Joe running the ball. I like to get the defense in good spots, ready to make big plays.
How about guys that kind of set the tone for you? Here you are as a senior. How about guys that came before you in the program and you kind of looked up to them and they kind of showed you the way?
I looked a lot up to Garrett Murray last year. Being behind him at strong safety, he taught me a bunch, and he was a phenomenal player, always making great plays, being a big leader on the field, and he really paved the way for me to learn my position.
I ask it every year. I talk to a Dunmore guy. Knowing a little bit more and contributing a little bit more to your community is a big part of being a Dunmore Buck. What are some things you've done that you feel pretty proud of?
I think everything we do every year is around Christmas time when we go to Walmart and we give money to some people, help them out with their Christmas shopping. Makes us all feel really good and feel like give us all a sense of community, and we help everybody out.
All right, we're with George Cole from the Dunmore Bucks, and George, let's talk about your role on this football team.
I'm a tight end and defensive end. I get some time on defense, and most of my time's on offense. I help block a lot, and sometimes I go off for passes.
Talk about this offensive line and you as a tight end. Talk about your role, what you guys try to do for some talented running backs.
We try and pave the way for them, open up holes, get big blocks downfield, whatever we could do. The wideouts help a lot with that.
Things you focused in on the off season for you in particular. Speed, weight room, hands, agility. What were some things that you said, okay, I got to get better at this?
I worked on a lot on my pass blocking and just regular blocking. I worked on my technique. I got stronger, a little bit faster, did everything I could to get better for the season.
What's it mean for you to be a Dunmore Buck?
It's everything. It's tradition. You're part of a family. You have a once in a lifetime kind of coach. Everything about it, it's what you live for.
A once in a lifetime to be a senior. So for you, how are you trying to soak this up as much as you could?
I'm just trying to make all the memories I can, try and make big plays so I can remember it when I'm older, keep all the friends that I have on the team, do whatever I can to remain a Buck for the rest of my life.
Let's go through each week. There's only been 3 games. There's going to be a 4th one this weekend, but take us through some things you saw week by week with this Dunmore team.
I think we got a lot better defensively week by week, and our line has started to progress more. We're getting more physical. We're beating teams down. We're just doing everything that we need to do right now.
And being around your teammates and seeing some guys kind of grow up this year, talk about some of those underclassmen you're seeing some positive things from.
Jake Stalka and Luke Unisco definitely growed up a lot. They knew that their role was going to change this year and they were going to have to be a bigger part. Nate Fangio's helping a lot. He's coming in first-year starter corner. He's been doing good the past couple weeks. He's got a lot to learn and he's doing his job.
Future endeavors for you? What do you plan on doing when you graduate?
I plan on studying physical therapy and possibly playing college football if any teams come calling.
All right, George, well, we wish you well. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, let's move along to Jordon Petrowski here at Dunmore High School at Arcaro Genell, the pizza capital of the world. And Jordon, for you, having some running backs around you probably feels pretty good. What's it like to open up some holes for these guys?
Feels pretty good. I mean, most of our running backs this year stepped up big time. Kyle last year was a big one. Joe Galindis is another big one. And then Colin does everything he does best to make his own hole.
Trying to keep the reps over the last couple of years. Garrett Murray, Colin Holmes have done that. And it seems like there's just a stable of running backs. Hey, we throw this guy in, we throw this guy in. Nonetheless, you guys are in there trying to make blocks for them. Does it matter who's in there and kind of how they read the hole and what they do in particular plays?
I feel like Kyle's more of, he's going to follow you. Joe follows you. Colin can make his own hole. He could read on the run better than most of them can.
And for you, talk about things you worked on in the offseason to try to make sure that you're helping do your job.
Better hip flexibility, working on my kick-out blocks, and just becoming more confident and being a starting fullback.
What do you like overall about this team for 2016? What's surprising you, whether it's special teams or defense or some offensive guys?
Our offensive guys. Our line's really young, and they all grew up since last year. They're being more aggressive, and they're coming off, firing off the ball, putting people on their backs.
You talk about this season. Let's take us through a little bit of what you've seen, some of the highlights from this year, and then I'm sure there's some coaching up standpoints from the coaching perspective of saying, hey, you guys got to do this better. What do the coaches kind of emphasize this season?
Using the right shoulder, right technique.
How about over on the defensive end? What are you guys doing as far as whether you're wrapping up, gang tackling, flying around with the ball?
Oh, we've been working on our form tackles. Every day, twice a day at practice, we do our form tackles with our new bags that we have.
Riverside brings a challenge for you guys this weekend. What do you see on film with the Vikings?
Fast, really skillful guys, big guys. They're going to come out and they're going to be really physical.
And then how about for you going through the program at Dunmore? Talk about what it's been like, the experience of learning from other guys before you.
It's been great. Pat Reese helped me out a lot last year. He taught me my position.
Well, a lot of great fullbacks, and whether they're 150 pounds or 200 pounds, Jordon Petrowski, we wish you the very best in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Jordon Petrowski and the Dunmore Bucks here at Arcaro Genell's in the pizza capital of the world.